It's not just the author who creates a book. Meet bumblebees and flowers and grandmas and editors and others who helped create the Bumblebee Queen. I'm the author of the Bumblebee Queen. I came up with the idea and I wrote the words, but there are many other people that helped create this nonfiction book. The book began when I was watching bumblebees in the garden. Well, actually it started earlier than that. Someone planted that garden where the flowers bloomed and where the bees gathered nectar. My husband Jeff planted the garden. Here it is before he planted and after. I've always loved flowers and little creatures. One of my favorite books when I was a child was this one, Hey Bug and Other Poems About Little Things. My mom taught me how to garden and appreciate flowers. Her mother taught her about nature and gardening. Grandmother studied biology. She was a biology teacher. Here's a letter she wrote to me. It even talks about observing bees. My teachers nourished my love of writing and science. And then there were the bees. Hi, fuzzy bumblebee. Here's a bumblebee and a honeybee. See the difference? The two bees below that you saw in the earlier picture are bumblebees, and up on the right is a honeybee with a little bit of pollen on its leg. Once I decided to write about bees, I did more research. I watched bees. I scribbled ideas in my notebooks. Then I researched more. Scientists did the hard work of learning about bees' lives. Next I wrote rough drafts. I edited these drafts. I rewrote those drafts. I wrote and rewrote about 15 times. Then I shared it with my peers, my fellow authors. They gave me comments. Using their comments, I edited more. Next, I sent my work to publishers. Some publishers did not want this book. They rejected it. This is one of my publishers. It's the editors and staff at Charlesbridge Publishing. They work to bring words and pictures together. They bring illustrators and authors together. Every day, publishers receive manuscripts, lots of manuscripts. This is a photo of the slush pile at Charlesbridge Publishing. These are the manuscripts from people that they do not know. My editor, Emily, reads manuscripts from the slush pile. She also reads manuscripts from agents and authors she knows. My manuscript has to be meaningful and well polished to stand out from all these manuscripts. An editor who likes a manuscript must talk the rest of the company into spending the money to publish it. Charlesbridge wanted the Bumblebee Queen. Hooray! Next, my editor Emily and I worked to make the words even better. I asked scientists to review my work for accuracy. This is a letter from a research entomologist. She's an expert on insects, particularly bees. The editor and the art director chose the best illustrator for the job. Here's a wall of sample art postcards sent by illustrators to the art director. They chose illustrator Patricia Wynn. She's a trained scientific illustrator. Scientists at the American Museum of Natural History in New York often work with her. She makes illustrations for their scientific books and papers. I was thrilled to have Patricia doing the work for this book. She made sketches, and she and the art director made a plan for the layout of the book. As the illustrations and sketches came in, I got to look at them, and new questions came up. I did more research to answer questions, and Patricia consulted with more scientists. I also changed some wording to clarify facts. You can see the notes from my editor and some of the changes that I made in the text to go with the pictures. Now, even more people worked on the book. People ran the printing presses, they checked the color of the pages, they carried boxes of books to docks. Those books were shipped and trucked and distributed to bookstores and libraries. Then I worked